Ambassador Trell stood at the viewport at the Merciful Hand watching as the human vessel approached. Decades ago, his people had rescued humanity from the brink of extinction. Now, the debt was about to be repaid in ways he could scarcely imagine. The Vexari had discovered Earth during its darkest hour, a catastrophic climate collapse combined with a deadly pandemic that left human civilization teetering on the edge. Shrell's father had been among the first contact team that shared medical technology and environmental restoration methods that saved billions. The cost to the Vexari had been minimal, but the favor they granted was immeasurable. "Ambassador, the human delegates have docked," reported Officer Mira, her blue skin gleaming under the ship's lights. "They'd brought their science team as promised." Shrell nodded, his four eyes blinking in sequence. "Good. Our situation grows more desperate by the day." The Vexari homeworld was dying. Their star had entered an unexpected phase of instability, bathing their planet in increasing levels of radiation. Already, a quarter of their population showed signs of cellular degradation. Without intervention, their entire species would be extinct within 5 generations. When the human delegation entered the conference room, Trell was struck by their confidence. Leading them was Commander Alex, a broad-shouldered individual whose reputation preceded them. "Ambassador Trell," Alex said, extending a hand in the human custom, "I've brought our best minds. We're ready to fulfill our debt." Behind Alex stood a diverse team. Dr. Reed, a geneticist, Professor Tom, a stellar physicist, Engineer Joe, a terraforming specialist, and several others whose expertise would prove invaluable. "Our scientists have reviewed your star's condition," Alex continued. "We cannot stop its degradation. However, we offer 2 solutions: relocation to a compatible world we found in the Andromeda Arm, or," Alex paused dramatically, "genetic modification to adapt your people to the changing conditions." Trell's secondary heart skipped a beat. "Genetic modification? You could do this." Dr. Reed stepped forward. "We can. Humans have perfected genetic engineering over the last century. We've enhanced our own resilience to radiation, extended our lifespans, and eliminated genetic diseases. We can modify your population to withstand your star's increased output. The procedure would take place gradually," Engineer Joe added. "We'd establish medical stations on your homeworld and colonies. Within 3 generations, your entire species would be transformed." Trell had not expected this. Relocation would mean abandoning the world his ancestors had inhabited for thousands of years. But transformation? To change the very essence of what it meant to be Vexari. "I must consult with the Council," Trell said. The debate among the Vexari Council lasted days. The elders were divided, with many fearing that altering their genetic code would destroy their identity. Others argued that adaptation was preferable to Exodus. Finally, the decision was made. They would accept humanity's offer of transformation. The human scientists worked tirelessly. They set up laboratories across Vexari territories and began treating the young first. The modifications were subtle yet profound: enhanced cellular repair mechanisms, radiation-resistant skin, improved filtration organs. Trell was among the first adults to undergo the procedure. The sensation was strange, a warmth that spread through his body as the engineered retroviruses rewrote portions of his DNA. Within weeks, he noticed changes. His skin, once sensitive to even mild radiation, now barely registered the increased output from their sun. His energy levels improved, and the cellular damage that had begun to manifest reversed itself. But the true marvel came with the birth of the first fully modified Vexari children. These youngsters displayed remarkable adaptations. Their skin contained a naturally occurring radiation shield, a biological innovation that human scientists had developed by studying deep-sea creatures on Earth. Their eyes could filter the harmful spectrum while enhancing the visible light. Their bodies processed nutrients more efficiently. In less than a century, the Vexari population had fully adapted. Their homeworld, though changed by the star's evolution, remained their home. The modified Vexari thrived where their ancestors would have perished. On the centennial of the transformation program, Trell, now ancient by old Vexari standards, but merely middle-aged thanks to the modifications, hosted a delegation from Earth. Commander Alex was long gone, but their descendants continued the alliance. Our ancestors owed yours a debt, said Captain Lin, the new human representative. That debt has been repaid, but the bond between our peoples remains. Shrell gazed out at the gathering, humans and Vexari mingling freely, two species united by mutual aid and respect. The humans had transformed the Vexari, yes, but they'd done so with care and precision, preserving the essence of their identity while giving them the tools to survive. When humanity owed us a favor, Shrell said to the assembled crowd, they didn't simply repay it, they transformed us, not just genetically, but culturally. They showed us that adaptation doesn't mean loss of identity, it means evolution, growth, survival. He raised a glass in the human custom. Behold the transformation, he declared. Not just of bodies, but of possibility. Together, our species will face whatever challenges the universe presents. As the celebration continued around him, Trell reflected that perhaps the greatest transformation had been in how the Vexari saw themselves, no longer as a dying race, but as a people with a future as vast and bright as the stars themselves.